Hey guys, welcome to today's video where my TBR prompt jar is choosing my April TBR. I essentially have these two full rows of books that I need to read. Before we can choose some new books, let's talk about my March TBR. This is not gonna be pretty. I fear March was a big fail. I am happy to say that I did read Nightbird, but that's pretty much all that I've read, and we still have a few days left, so there's a chance, but the chance is not that great. These were two books on my TBR that I was hoping to get to that were going to be physical only reads, but I just never got to them, and I don't think I'm going to pick up either of these in the next few days. This is definitely one that I would love to pick up in April maybe, but we'll see. This, I think we're just going to put it back on the shelf. I was really looking forward to getting to this one. I have the audiobook on Libby, so I think I'm going to get to it soon, just probably not before March ends. I actually had the audiobook checked out from Libby, and then I just ran out of time. I was so completely immersed in other stories and other books that I never got to this, but I'm hoping I'll get to it soon. I put it back on hold, so we'll see when it comes available again. This is just like Fairy Tale, where I have the audiobook checked out on Libby. I'm hoping to get to it soon. I just don't think it's going to be done before March ends. I would love to read this before March ends. There's no excuses to not read it. So we're gonna put this up here and we're gonna have that finished before the end of March. I feel like I might be missing a book, but I don't remember what it was because I feel like I would have chosen 8 books, but I don't see anything over there that makes sense. I don't know. Moving on from that March failure, let's get into picking the books I will be reading in April. As I watch everyone else's TBR videos this month, I think I'm gonna write down the prompts that they do that I absolutely love, because I meant to do that last month and then I forgot. So I take out all the prompts that I've already used, so this should be empty before we refill it, but I definitely have some more prompts that I could do, so let me know if you have any good prompts that you want me to add. It is so freaking hot outside. I got myself a Dr. Pepper. Like a crisp soda is what I wanted. Also, do you call it pop or do you call it soda? That was exactly what I needed. Okay, let's get into our first prompt. Oh, is it upside down? I can't tell. A book you got as a gift. Does that also mean like by publishers? Because I don't know if I know books that like my friends gifted me. Okay, we have a few options. I am primarily focusing on the books that I was gifted by different publishing agencies. So we have one of the newest ones, which is called The Write-Off. This sounds like it could be so good. It's 2 rival authors are forced to confront a decade of love and heartbreak on the campus where it all started in this captivating debut romance by Kara McDowell. I think that sounds really good. I can't tell if it's like, it doesn't really give super fall. And I mean, I think it's Arizona, so can't really get fall in Arizona. Next up is Elizabeth of East Hamptons. I got this towards the end of summer last year, I believe, so I didn't get to it, and I feel like this is a perfect summery book. I'm in Southern California. Summer is now. Also, so sorry if you can hear my little panting in the background because he just got done playing outside and it's so hot out. But because it's so hot out, I feel like I can imitate summer, so some of these kinds of books could work. I love it when they give like a shorter blurb up top versus reading the whole thing. It is a duo author. It is Audrey Beleza and Emily Harding. It says, it's a truth universally acknowledged, well, by Elizabeth Bennet anyway, that there's nothing worse than summer in the Hamptons. Every June, her hometown is inundated. Ugh, I hate that word. With rich Manhattanites who party until dawn and then disappear by September. And Lizzie wants to leave too. But after putting her dreams on hold to save her family's struggling bakery, she's still waiting for something, anything to change. It's Elizabeth Darcy. Like retail, oh my god, okay. Will Darcy is everything Lizzie Bennet is not. Aloof, arrogant, and rich. Of course, he's never cared about money. In fact, it's number 1 on his long list of things that only complicate his life. Number 2, his friend Charlie's insistence on setting him up with his new girlfriend's sharp-tongued sister, Elizabeth. Lizzie is sure Will hates everybody. He thinks she enjoys being difficult, but between a hurricane and hypocritical aunt, a drunken voicemail, and a deceptive event promoter, the two must sift through the chaos to learn that love is a lot like surfing, and sometimes the only way to survive is to let yourself fall. Wait. I love Pride and Prejudice. No one told me. Okay, well, shoot, that kind of changes things. I have Magic and Mischief at the Wayside Hotel by Elizabeth Everett. This is such a stunning cover. It says, when a magical hotel appears smack dab in the middle of the most unmagical of worlds, the last thing the residents expect is to fall in love. I think our main female character is a single mom experiencing debt. That sucks. And Pax needs a new guest to restart his hotel. And Josie needs a nudge to restart her life. Wait, that's kind of funny. Okay, I mean, it could be cutie fun. But I also feel like this would be better in the fallish months, so I'm not leaning towards that. Lastly, I just got this book. This is the first book, and then I also have the second. Is this a duology, or I don't know, but this is Broken Souls and Bones by L.J. Andrews. We love L.J. Andrews over here. We have Together They'll Restore a Divided Kingdom, or Burn It Down. Babes, that's what you give me at the top? You're kidding. I've seen this everywhere. My friend Dana loves it. So I'm excited because I got book 2, like I can immediately dive into it. It says Lyra Bien intended to live a quiet life to avoid the attention of magical obsessed king in the fortress of Stonegate until Roark, guys, what are these names? Ashwood, the prince's silent guard and rumored killer for the crown, yeah, he is, invades her village and uncovers the truth behind the silver scars in her eyes. Silver scars in her eyes? That's crazy. To save her best friend from death, she's forced to reveal her abilities and is immediately claimed by the crown as the next Melder. It says as Lyra gets closer to Roark. There's no way that's how you say his name. Roark? That feels wrong. She soon learns he's nothing like she assumed and in fact everything she needs. The more they work as allies, the harder it becomes to ignore the growing passion between them. After a sinister truth is revealed, our two main characters must choose to stand against all they know or accept their dark destiny. I love a good fantasy book. Also, the flop is flopping. Oh, and it's a pretty short one, under 450 pages, so short in fantasy terms, you know what I mean? I don't know. I fear this is calling to me too much, and it's maybe because I have recently read some romances that I've absolutely loved, and something about this is just kind of calling to me, so I think we're gonna go with The Write-Off by Kara McDowell. I'm so excited. I got this by Berkeley, so thank you to Berkeley Romance. Choose the next one. I can't open these ever. Oh. Says, oh, scroll Pinterest until you find a book. I mean, okay. Where's my screen sharing? Or not screen sharing, screen recording? Guys, tell me what I did to get these like 20 blank. See the things at the top? It's like 20 fresh, I've not been saving those, so they're everywhere and I'm losing my mind. Oh. Oh no. You guys, I have it. Is this the month that it happens? I see Quicksilver at the top. Okay, this might be the month. Do not touch the sword, do not turn the key, do not open the gate. 24-year-old Saris Fane is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange powers she possesses or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the undying queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. In the land of the unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water, but sooner or later every secret comes out. When Saris comes face to face with death himself, death is capitalized. Hold on. She inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Saris has landed right in the middle of centuries-long conflict that might get her killed. Babe, Say, as her friends call her. What are you doing? The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of, not even gonna try to pronounce that, in over 1,000 years, Saris mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fae warrior. It happens. Can't fault her. Who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist's magic to protect his people no matter what it costs him or her. I'm scared, but I'm kind of excited. Okay, pick number 3. Oldest book on your physical TBR. Okay. This could be a little hard just because I don't always know when I got books. Let's see if any jumps out to me. It's like, this has been around the block, babe. I don't exactly recall when I got these books, but they all stood out to me as ones that I know have been on my shelves for a while. So let's go through them. First up is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I don't know about her. I don't know. She's been on my shelf for a while. I actually have no idea what this is about. Under the influence of a charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at a New England college discover a way of thought in life a world away from their banal, guys, I'm uneducated, contemporaries, but their search for the transcendent leads them down a dangerous path beyond human constructs of morality. That sounds trippy. But we know I didn't like Ninth House, so I think that's why I'm a little nervous. Very, like, similar energy. We'll see. Next one is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This was gifted to me, for my birthday. So it was like an actual gift as far as the other prompt. But this has been on my shelf for a hot minute. I'm nervous. I know so many people love this series. I think it's quite a long series, but it has been on my radar in the past. And my friend that gifted it to me absolutely loves it. Chosen from birth to usher in a new era, Poppy's life has never been her own. The life of the maiden is solitary, never to be touched, never to be looked upon, never to be spoken to, never to experience pleasure. Waiting for the day of her ascension, she would rather be with the guards fighting back the evil that took her family than preparing to be found worthy by the gods, but the choice has never been hers. The entire kingdom's future rests on Poppy's shoulders, something she's not even quite sure she wants for herself, because a maiden has a heart and a soul and longing, and when Hawk, a golden-eyed guard, honor-bound to ensure her ascension, enters her life, destiny and duty become entangled with desire and need. He incites her anger, makes her question everything she believes in, and tempts her with the forbidden. Yeah, he does. Forsaken by the gods and feared by mortals, a fallen kingdom is rising once more, determined to take back what they believe is theirs through violence and vengeance. And as the shadow of those cursed draws closer, the line between what is forbidden and what is right becomes blurred. Poppy is not only on the verge of losing her heart and being found unworthy by the gods, but also her life when every blood-soaked thread that holds her together begins to unravel. Wait, that sounds really good. Sounds really good. The last one I have is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Beautiful cover. A lot shorter of a synopsis. Neither here nor there, but long ago. Louis? What are these names? Louis is the Midnight Merchant, a criminal who, with the help of her djinn bodyguard, hunts and sells illegal magic. When she saves the life of a cowardly prince, as they always do, she draws the attention of his powerful father, the Sultan, who blackmails her into finding an ancient lamp. With no choice but to obey or be executed, Louis... I need the audiobook to know how to say that name. She journeys with the Sultan's oldest son to find the artifact. In a world where story is reality and illusion is truth, she will discover that everything, her enemy, her magic, even her own past, is not what it seems. I think I'm going to go with From Blood and Ash, which could be a terrible decision considering I'm going to do all of the Sarah J. Maas rereads, and I'm over here like, let me start a new series. But I think I want to do it. Next up, a book outside your comfort zone. There are a few. There are a few. Okay, we have a couple of options. First up is Piranesi. Please tell me that's how you say it. By Susanna Clark. This is a pretty short book. It says, Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases, rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. There's one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores, evidence emerges of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. Just sounds like it could be really interesting and a pretty quick read, so kind of like that. And then we have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I've been wanting to get to it. I bought it with my friend Dana last year, and we're like, we're gonna start it. We didn't. I have the receipt in here. I bought it over a year ago, February 11th. That's embarrassing. I've seen mixed things. I think I could really enjoy it just knowing what it's about, heading into it. I think people that like don't really know what it's about and just kind of blindly go in, I think could have a problem with it being kind of boring. But I think this is a series that only gets better and better. And I also believe it's like multiple series within the world. So maybe like a trilogy kind of concluding this story, and there's another, like, I don't fully grasp everything going on, but I know there's a ton of books in this world. It says this is the first book of the epic Farseer trilogy in a glorious new edition. Young Fitz is the bastard son of the noble Prince Chivalry, raised in the shadow of the royal court by his father's gruff stableman. Fitz is treated as an outcast by all the royalty except the devious King Shrewd, who has him secretly tutored in the arts of the assassin, for in Fitz's blood runs the magic skill, and the darker knowledge of a child raised with the stable hounds and rejected by his family. As barbarous raiders ravage the coast, Fitz is growing to manhood. Soon he will face his first dangerous, soul-shattering mission, and though some regard him as a threat to the throne, he may just be the key to the survival of the kingdom. I know that we span like a decade in this book, and so it's not that big of a book to span so much time. So I think that could be an issue when it comes to connecting with the character, but I don't know, I want to read it. Lastly, this is a book I recently got, and I just read the back and it sounded so interesting. This is the same author as A Little Life. So it says, in 1950, a young doctor named Norton Perina embarks on an expedition to a remote Micronesian island in search of a rumored lost tribe. There he encounters a strange group of forest dwellers who appear to have attained a form of immortality that preserves the body but not the mind. Perina uncovers their secret and returns with it to America, where he soon finds great success. But his discovery has come at a terrible cost, not only for the islanders but for Perina himself. Disquieting yet thrilling, The People in the Trees is an anthropological adventure story with a profound and tragic vision of what happens when cultures collide. It marks the debut of a remarkable new voice in American fiction. This sounds like what I should be reading. I think I'm going to choose this. I think it just sounds way too interesting to not read, so we're adding it to the April TBR. Next up. A book with less than 200 pages. Well, shoot, this might be our only one, assuming it's under 200. No, it's not even under 200. You guys, I don't even own a book under 200 pages, so we'll keep it out for now so I don't actually redraw it in this video, but we'll put her back in. A book published before 2015. This could be a good one. Why is this actually gonna feel hard? We have 3 books. I'm kind of excited for 2 of them and less excited for one of them. So I have the Mistborn trilogy. I have put this off for a very long time, but look at this cutie little book. Could you imagine me just sitting at the park? Holy small font. Oh God, I need to bring my glasses with me. I've never read like a cutie little mass paperback like this. The mists rule the night. The Lord Ruler owns the world. Once a hero arose to save the world. He failed. Ever since, the world has been a wasteland of ash and mist controlled by the immortal emperor known as the Lord Ruler. But hope survives. A new uprising is forming, one built around the ultimate caper, the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind, and the determination of an unlikely heroine, a street urchin who must learn to master the power of a Mistborn. I mean, it could be good. I know so many people love it. I haven't read anything by Brandon Sanderson before, so could this be the one? And then we have The Lightning Thief by Percy Jackson. I really want to read this series because I have the series that comes after this, and I've been dying to read them, especially now that we have the Percy Jackson show. I need it. So I really want to read this and then continue on with the rest of the books. So this is a great option. Lastly, we have The Song of Achilles. Now this is one I actually plan to read in April anyways, so I can either choose to have this on my TBR and it kind of like checks a box, or this is just another book I'm going to be reading. I'm thinking this should just be separate because I knew I wanted to read it in April anyways. I think I'm going to choose The Lightning Thief because I really want to read this and do a rewatch of the show and maybe a rewatch of the movie and just see how they compared, because I love the movies and I love the show that we're getting on Disney Plus, so I feel like I just really want to read this. Sorry, Brandon. Next up, a book with a map. Fantasy. What's on my radar? I have a fun 3 options for us. So first up being Iron Gold. It is not your traditional map. It's literally a map of our solar system, which is pretty cool. This is the start of the second trilogy within this saga. So I read the Red Rising series. I think I finished it at the end of last year. Maybe it was at the beginning of this year. I don't know. But it was enough time that it's been long enough I really want to continue before I forget everything. This is a really good option. Next up is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I have not read a single R.F. Kuang book. This is one that my friend gifted to me, and it has all of the annotations that she did. Did she write in it, or was it just, she like underlined and stuff? Oh, that's so cool. So this is a really good option. And then we have Broken Souls and Bones again, because it was just kind of catching my attention and I didn't get to pick it last time, so I don't know. We have a pretty good variety so far, but I have no sci-fi in here. I think I want to do Iron Gold because I think I'm just itching to get into some more sci-fi recently, and so this has been on my physical TBR. It's perfect. Next up, pick a book with a blue cover. Oh boy. Okay. We have options. Part of this feels like cheating, if I'm honest. So we have a few options. We have The Moonday Letters by Emmy Iturranta. This is part space age epistolary. What the hell are these words? Part eco-thriller and a love story between 2 individuals from very different worlds. Soul has disappeared. Their Earthborn wife, Lumi, sets out to find them, but is no simple feat. Each clue uncovers another enigma. Their disappearance leads back to an underground environmental group in a web of mysteries that spans the space between the planets themselves. Told through letters and extracts, the course of Lumi's journey takes her not only from the affluent colonies of Mars to the devastating remnants of Earth, but into the hidden depths of Soul's past and the long-forgotten secrets of her own. A journey through time and space where Earth's future hangs in the balance. Like, that could be such a fun one. And it's just like a pretty short book. Like, it's pretty different. This feels like cheating because I want to start this today. This is book 2 in Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. I literally want to start it today, but I just don't know if I'll finish it before the end of the month. So like, this could be an easy, oh, checked it off within the first few days of April. Like, I don't know. But also, like, I'm planning to already start that literally today. Then I have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This has been on a couple different prompt like options and I always let it go. But I do have quite a few larger books right now. So I just don't know if like I should choose another one of these when I already have 2 larger ones. And I also have Crescent City book 2. So I think I'm going to choose The Moonday Letters. I don't want to cheat with Crescent City. I think this would be a fun one to add to my TBR, so we're gonna do it. Sorry, Kristen, maybe another day. Okay, we have one more prompt to make it 8 books. A book that intimidates you. You mean like The Nightingale? Obviously. I feel like this was actually quite an easy set of books to pick. First up, The Secret History, because I am so scared of this book based on how Ninth House went. Like, is this for me? I don't know, but also we should just find out, so if it's not, I can DNF it and move on with my life. Obviously, I keep avoiding it like the plague, so... Ugh, that could be such a good addition to this. And then lastly, Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I'm scared because so many people love this, and I know that I would love the Frederick Bachman of this, but the plot itself is what kind of scares me. But I know so many people love it, but I also know that so many people kind of fell off with it by the end of this trilogy. I'm just like a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. I don't know if that kind of book is for me this month, especially if I'm already gonna be reading Song of Achilles. So I'm kind of stuck between these two. They've already been a part of 2 different prompts. And they're both kind of a similar genre. No, not really. This is like trippy. This is sobs. I'm already gonna be sobbing. I just have a lot of other genres in here that I think this could be a good addition to kind of give me some options if I'm in the mood for something else. So we're gonna go with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I hope I don't read this monthly TBR because I fear the worst. Let's do a little recap of all the books I chose for my April TBR. First up, we have The People in Our Trees by Hanya Yanagirara. That's just embarrassing to say. There's no way that was right. And then we have The Write-Off by Kara McDowell. Terrified for this one, we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I'm excited for this one. We have the first book in the Percy Jackson series, The Lightning Thief. A fun little switch up, we have The Moonday Letters by Emmy Itaranta. Just ignore me. I'm excited to dive back into this world. We have Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. Wouldn't be me without starting a new series. We have From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Ermintrout. And lastly, from the TBR jar, we have Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Do we think it's gonna happen? Guys, scale of 1 to 10 in the comments. 10 being she's gonna read all the books, 0 being no shot. Do we think I'm gonna read my April TBR in its entirety? I don't know. But this was such a fun video. I love filming the TBR videos. I love prioritizing my physical TBR, getting kind of out of my comfort zone, and how I choose the TBR by having these fun prompts that make me choose books I probably wouldn't choose otherwise. I love the variety that we have. It's perfect for me as a mood reader. Let me know if you have read any of these books and I need to make sure I read them in April. With that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.